So, what's your name and how old are you?
I'm Patti Bruce, and I'm about 68, 69 years old.
Can you spell those names for me?
Patti, Patti, Bruce is the last name.
Nice. Have you ever had a cool nickname?
Mm, not really. Well, I had a friend that would call me Pate. I like that. He was the only one person, though.
That's a
I
good one.
haven't seen him for years.
Love it.
And
Are you married? Do you have kids?
I'm not married. I do not have kids. I was married for 4 years, once 4 or 5 years, but no children from there.
No plans to have kids?
No, no, I'm kind of past that stage, and I love my nieces and nephew. I have like 3 nieces and 3 nephews. I think that's right.
They're a little bit like your kids, except you get to send them home at the end of the day.
Oh, they're like 30 and 24, and so I missed out on when they were really small, but they're so much fun now that it's just like, it's okay. They're really good. Their parents did a good job on them. So,
Where did you grow up, and what is your opinion of that place?
I grew up in Tigard in Durham, and it was kind of a rural area back then, and I loved it. Where we lived, these people had fixed up the property. She thought she was going to be living up here, and then her husband died tragically, and so she never moved up here. So we got their house and everything, and it's just they just did a lot of nice landscaping and stuff. So I enjoyed growing up at that house, and then later we moved to Garden Home. Less thrilled about that, but
Have you seen the old house lately?
They paved Paradise and put up a parking lot.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
What is your all-time favorite movie?
oh, I have so many favorite movies. Wow.
Gotta pick one.
Any particular category, like comedy or
Gotta pick one.
just one movie? I think it's Song of Solomon or something of Solomon. It's a German old flick.
Yeah?
That's just like, yeah, but I haven't seen it in years, so I don't even know if I like it that much. Another one is called La Strada. And it turns out it's the Pope's favorite movie too. So,
What?
and I had totally forgotten it, but as soon as I heard the name of it, I thought, that's my movie too,
Nice.
And it's just a Fellini film about a girl that, you'd have to see it,
Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Have you had any cool jobs in your past?
My first job, I cleaned the instruments, surgical instruments. So that was
Like operating equipment
yeah.
or utensils?
I
whatever.
just cleaned it off and put it in the microwave, did that stuff, yeah.
Was it all bloody when you got it?
Yeah, you'd have pieces of bone and things like that in there.
Was that gross?
No, it didn't bother me.
Didn't bother you?
Mm-mm.
Nice.
They took me into an operating room one time. I was supposed to go pick up something, and they were removing a woman's uterus.
What?
And the doctor was swinging it around. And I went to the door to leave, and suddenly I was looking at the floor and going down, and the nurse caught me right. So that was, I don't know if I ever thought that I would do anything in that area, but that kind of took care of that.
Yeah.
But it was a fun job. It was just a long, long time ago, and and ice cream. I served ice cream at a place, and that was a super fun job.
How much weight did you gain while you were serving ice cream?
I was serving it to everybody else, and I'm sure they got, because I was overly generous, and I feel kind of guilty now because I would make these milkshakes that were just stupendous. So I'm exposing all my my faults here.
Do you're retired, so maybe this isn't the best question, but it's about, do you have a dream job? If you
For
were to go
me,
back in the past, what would have been your dream job?
um,
Or I guess if you could do it all over again.
if I could do it all over again, I don't think I'd do anything differently. I did the best I could with what I had,
Yeah.
and I don't have any real regrets on that. You know, I think people are born. A lot of people are born to do the same job if nobody else steps up to it, and so you know, I was capable of doing things if I was needed, but it wasn't needed. So you know, we can all have the really um, important jobs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's what you if you come to understand, if you have any kind of a revelatory moment, then you know what I'm talking about, where you suddenly realize, oh, that was all for a reason there.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to work out. And you know, nothing went right in my life, so it's kind of hard to justify saying that, but it's true. It just went the way it was supposed to go. So
Yeah. How long have you been a member here at the cafe?
about a year.
About a year?
Yeah.
And when do you usually come here?
I usually come on Wednesdays. I come from like 10:30, and I'll be here till 3 or something like that. I come and help in the kitchen when I first get here and making coffees and things like that. I can't say I'm the best help, but I do what I can. And then later there's on Wednesdays there's a music class, and we have the circle. And all of these things are very important to me. It doesn't seem like much, and like I almost didn't come in today, and then I got here. I'm in there working in the kitchen. I'm thinking, this is so good, so good. I came in because I was just going to go, and somebody bought a whole bunch of plants for a garden. I was going to make myself do that, but you need to do things routinely that are good for you, and coming here has been really good for me.
I'm glad you came in. Um, are you doing any of the cafe's classes or activities?
Apparently, there's a spirituality class that Joan was thinking of teaching, and I was thinking I might do that. Because you know, different types of spirituality. So
But you're also doing music class, music club?
the music, yeah, I'm here for that during that time, and yeah, and I really enjoyed that. Susan Solomon's just really great. You got that. You did that video first. That's it's just lots of fun because she knows so much, you know, about one thing, and I love to pick people's brains when they know a lot.
Um, are there any classes or activities you would like to see here at the cafe?
Here in the cafe, I want to learn to cook better, to be more of an assistant in the kitchen. I'm not. I feel like I'm this person that does prep and everything, but I want to feel more useful. So I'm going to be working on trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
So
Tell me about your all-time favorite pet.
my favorite pet ever was, I don't know, I have so many favorite pets, but Tay Kitty was a very important cat for me. Tay is tea in Spanish,
Mhm.
and my roommate, it was her cat, and she named it because he was a light tea color. And he was just my first cat that I really connected with.
How old were you?
I was I was getting towards 30 or something like that. I always had like, you know, I hadn't always had a dog, but I had one dog when I was earlier, and when we were growing up, I had dogs, but I never had a cat. And He was such a special. Sorry.
Weird. I thought it was like a fire alarm or something.
Sorry, it's my.
Who is the most famous person you've ever met?
The most famous person I have ever met? I don't know if I've met any famous people.
All right.
um, hmm. Surely I must have met somebody at some point. Um, can I think on that one for a while? Because I don't think I've ever.
Some people never have.
Yeah,
Like
you
me,
know.
for instance, when I see a famous person, I sort of shy away from them.
Exactly. That's how I am too. I go in the other direction. And I
Exactly.
don't believe in hero worship and that kind of thing, you know. To me, you and I should be good enough. We don't have to go, you know, making other people feel like they're somehow more important than we are. They aren't, you know, they're important as themselves, but I'm not that into the fame, fortune thing. So
That's probably the exact same answer I would give.
yeah, and shy away from it, and then, yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got some quick and easy questions here. Pancakes, waffles, or French toast?
Waffles,
French fries, tater tots, or mashed potatoes?
mashed potatoes.
What do you put on those?
If it's good, if there's good gravy, that's wonderful. But butter otherwise.
Toast, bagels, or English muffins?
Bagels.
Yeah, nice. What is the first concert you ever went to?
You know, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it was.
I didn't go to a lot of concerts actually, so
It might have been in your 20s.
there was a concert that was like what's his name, Marley's son. Marley's son. I went to see
Ziggy.
that. Huh?
Ziggy Marley.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How old were you, do you think? 30s, 20s, 30s?
Yeah, I was older, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so that might be your first. Is it also your best concert you've ever been to?
I'm not into concerts. There's too much noise. It's just too loud, and yeah, that's not the way I like listening to music. I like what do they call it? See if I had her listing on what things are. I think string quartets is what I like. I like just a few people playing music in a park, you know, and walking around behind. To me, that's a perfect way to have like chamber music, I guess, chamber music.
Were you an athlete growing up?
No.
Not even a little.
Well, you know, I was when I was real young. I mean, we were very athletic. Climbed trees, climbed, you know, on top of the roof of the house. Just, you know, very, you know. But that's not considered. You know, I wasn't athletic in that. I never did social type stuff. But I think I was in pretty healthy, and you know, we did things that were unusual for, especially for girls. My cousins came to visit us and said, you know, you're not like regular girls, which was
right?
like, yeah.
Yeah. So you were on the tree climbing team?
Oh, we all, you know, yeah, we had trees. It was a property with a lot of wood, you know, woods and things like that. We did a lot of exploring. So, yeah.
Where in Portland has the best burger?
I think Mount Tabor. Have you been there?
No, is it
in
good?
inn or tavern or something like that? I think. Yeah,
It's good.
I think it's Tabor. Isn't it Mount Tabor? Yeah, the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a good, really good burger there.
Love it.
Killer Burger is good too, but
Killer burger's really good.
yeah. But you know, I found that with burgers, if you make them yourself and you use the sriracha, you know, I'm getting better at cooking myself and not having to go to these places. So.
What has been the most helpful to you in your recovery?
Um, I think the circle, doing the circle and meeting other people and having listening to their problems, and just it's made me feel a lot more comfortable. I was very isolated when I first got here, um, so um, it's really been good for I'm a very shy person actually, so it's been good to open me up a little, have a place where I know people.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
This makes me think of the whole, you saw the Twilight Zone episode with the genie in the bottle.
Gives you 3 wishes.
Yeah, except that, yeah, he's the genie, and so he gets 3 wishes, and he finally or no, the genie gives somebody else 3 wishes, and the person finally decides he wants to be a genie. And I think that to me is like, to be able to make things better for people or whatever.
I love it.
Yeah,
Good answer.
that's the ideal job right there.
What is the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
Um, I ate some kind of. I had a Chinese friend, and she fed me some stuff, and it was like some kind of a fruit um, chutney or something like that. And I almost threw up.
Is that right?
Yeah, but it was just the only time I've ever had any kind of a reaction like that. Otherwise,
Did you eat it? Did you feel like throwing up right as while it was still in your mouth?
yeah, it was just the smell of it was enough. It's the only time I've ever reacted that way to any kind of food, and so I thought that was interesting. So it wasn't the weirdest thing. I guess the weirdest thing is my mother, as a joke, went and got. Um, you used to be able to buy in the shops with things from exotic countries. There'd be like um, ant cookies, like or grasshopper cookie, And so she got them for us one day, and we were eating our cookies, and then it came out that they were special cookies, when we were real small. It was kind of like her joke. So, that's probably the weirdest thing. But it didn't bother you afterwards, if I'd known beforehand.
If you'd known beforehand, you might
Yeah.
not have eaten them.
But afterwards, it was like, well, oh, that's what that crunchy part was. It just makes a crunch.
Do you have any current life goals?
Yes, I do. Um, I have bucket list sorts of things that I want to do. I'm trying to decide which things are more important than other things, but there's one thing that I'd like to, been a long-term goal that's just me personally. Um, I'd like to finish, but I don't know if I'll be able to finish that. So
Finish what?
it's a personal goal. So.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that's good that you've got them.
Yeah, I've got them. That's it's just I'm not really sharing that much.
Nice. Okay, final question. What is your advice to new members of the cafe?
Get to know the people, get to know other people as quickly as you can, because once you get to know everybody, then it'll be a lot easier, and you know what I'm saying. Once you get to know Nancy or Teresa or Susan, it's so much. It's a very welcoming place, I think. Do you think so? So yeah.
Okay, nice. That's it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
That was good.